Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear sister. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? In our community, there is this other woman who is pregnant. Right now, she is pregnant, but I want her to die. The reason as to why I want her to die, I don't even know. I hate that woman with a passion. There is so much hatred in my heart. When I saw that she was pregnant, I saw that this was an opportunity for me to kill her. So what I did is that I visited this other herbalist and I was told that I had to go and buy Coke. You know, that Coke that they sell in a glass bottle. So I went and I bought it and I drank it, and I was told that I was supposed to return with it. I returned with that empty Coca-Cola bottle to that herbalist, and then I was told to buy a red garment. So I have since tied this Coca-Cola bottle with a red garment. That herbalist told me that when I was tying that empty Coca-Cola bottle with a red garment, I was tying her womb. It will never open up it will never open up when the time comes for her to give birth. This means that she is going to die in labor. I do not want her to survive. She and her child that she is carrying in her womb, they are supposed to die. This is my confession, Brother Nashi. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Strange things do happen in this world. Then there is another message that was sent to me. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I want to thank God, and I want to tell people that indeed there is a God in heaven. So this is what happened to me. Brother Nashi, I had thought of a plan of going to Mozambique to sell some items and to return back to Zim with the items that I would have bought after I would have sold whatever that I would have gone with to Mozambique. So when I was going to Mozambique, I then got stuck in Mutare. When I got stuck in Mutare, then there was this other man who came and offered us a lift, but we did not know that this man and his friends, they were thugs, those thugs that are called Mabinya, those ones that kill people, then they harvest the body parts, then they sell the body parts to traditional healers in Mozambique. We got into the car. Those people, they started driving and they drove, and then they told us that we were supposed to rest. Then the following day, we were supposed to cross over into Mozambique. So we were happy and we thought that God was on our side. But my brother, when we arrived at those people's families' compound, then there were some youth, these were ZANU-PF youth that were patrolling the villages because it was during election season. So they thought that maybe this was some people from the opposition party that had came to campaign in that village. So they came and they demanded and they wanted the car to be opened up. When the car was opened up, the things that they found out in the boot of the car, it was quite scary. They found human body parts that were there. They found long knives and they found a hacksaw. Those people then confessed that when they were traveling from Harare to Mutare, they met this other couple, and then they offered that couple a lift. And then when they had traveled just a little bit, then they dragged that couple into the bushes, and then they started chopping off their body parts. So they were on their way going to Mozambique to sell the body parts. Brother Nashi, that is what happened. I think that I should have died on that day, but by the grace of God, I survived. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by our dear brother right there. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Then there is another message that was sent to me by our dear brother. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I have come here on your platform so that I can confess. So, Brother Nashi, me and my wife, We have been working in South Africa for a very long time. We then thought of returning back to Zim. We returned back to Zim and we invested our money, the money that we had, because we sold all of our vehicles and the money that we had in our savings account, and we started our several businesses that we have here in Zim. So the situation in our country, it is very tough. Then we thought of an idea, me and my wife. We then went and we visited this other traditional healer. So this is what the traditional healer has told me and my wife. The traditional healer has told me and my wife that we are supposed to slaughter a dog. So we have since slaughtered a dog. This traditional healer, as for now, he is in Mozambique because that is where he gets his spiritual powers. So we are supposed to wait for him. But this dog that we have slaughtered, we have packaged it, and it looks like it is beef. It is in one of our deep freezers. So the traditional healer told us that we are supposed to cook this dog meat. So we have since cooked this dog meat once, and my kids, they do not even know that we forced them to eat dog meat. So the traditional healer has told me and my wife that we are supposed to go with this dog meat into our shop, and we are supposed to mix this dog meat with some of the meat that we'll be selling in our shop so that we can start making a lot of money. This is my own confession, Brother Nashi. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Then there is another message that was sent to me by our dear brother. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nashi, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I don't want to lie to you. I am what they call an enemy of progress. It does not matter if you are my relative or if you are not my relative. The worst part about it is that most of the people that I am using these charms that were given to me by a traditional healer on, they are people that I go with to church. But I do not want people that I know to be successful. I want to be the one who is always successful. This is how it all started, Brother Nashi. When I arrived here in South Africa, at the company where I was working, there was too much competition and everyone was just pimping on everyone. So when I returned back to Zim, I spoke with this other traditional healer about the situation at the company that I was working, because we were being introduced to this new technology of entering because we were being introduced to this new technology, which was very difficult to learn during those days. So when I spoke with that traditional healer, he then gave me a charm. He said that I was supposed to place this charm inside my office. When I returned back, I then placed that charm inside my office, and most of the people that I was working with, even some of the senior managers, they got fired, and that is how I got promoted. So this charm that I was given to by that traditional healer, he then told me that it was going to affect me. It was going to create this spirit of envy inside my heart. And he said that those are the side effects. He said, if you go to the pharmacy, if you buy some pills, there are always some side effects, and there is nothing that I can do about it. So over the years, I have become a person that is always feeling jealous. I do not want anyone to succeed in life. If you buy anything, even if you buy a new phone, I'll always wish that the phone will get stolen. And it even happened, this was last month, there was this other woman that I work with. She came and she showed me a brand new phone, and she said that this one, I did not buy it on credit, but it is cash. And I just said in my heart, the phone that you are showing me, it is going to get stolen. Later on, when we were returning back home after we had knocked off, she then called me and she told me that she had a smash and grab whilst she was waiting at the robot, and they took nothing but the brand new phone. She was busy playing music, but they snatched that phone from her. And I have been doing this for a very long time. And I even do this to some of the people that come from my own country. If I know that you do not have any papers, I'll make sure that I will get you arrested. This is what I have been doing for a very long time. But I even do it to some of the people that I go to church with. If you give out a testimony, and if I do not like your testimony, If I feel as if your testimony, it is about you bragging and you have found success in life, later on in the evening, I'll stand in front of the mirror. I will call you and your spirit will appear in the mirror and I will curse you so that bad luck can follow you. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. Strange things indeed they do happen in this world. Yo.